live and all that good stuff. Hopefully, everybody's having a good day, all that good stuff. Just here again, chilling with y'all and stuff. Open topic today. Nothing really specific to talk about. Just here hanging out with y'all to see what's up, what's good. Hopefully, everybody's doing good and all that stuff. Yo, I don't know what's up with YouTube and the notifications lately, but it's like they're trying to like straight up put my channel in the abyss. I don't know if many of y'all even seeing the notifications and stuff, but it's like they trying to silence me and stuff. But it's all good though. To the ones that are here watching and stuff, I appreciate y'all wherever y'all are around the world and stuff like that. What's up? What's up? You already know it. Just here hanging out with y'all. You know it. Restore the Snyderverse all day, man. Hopefully everything's going good for y'all and stuff. What's up? What's up? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all and stuff. Like I said, it's weird that YouTube's algorithm on my channel, it's kind of like they're trying to silence me, man. Like the views have gone down. Like I don't even know if y'all getting notifications or probably people are just like, screw it, I'm just not gonna watch. So it's all good with me, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that be watching this stuff, even if it's just one person. So, I don't see it like that. But it's interesting. It just shows you that they just try to silence you and stuff. You already know the business if you already know what I'm talking about and stuff. Hell yeah, Andrew Garfield was a better Spider-Man. Big time, big time. We really need an amazing Spider-Man 3. I was watching the clip the other day from Electro versus from No Way Home, and I'm like, yo, what is it with Sony that they just don't know how to like make Spider-Man anymore? After No Way Home is like, I don't know, Spider-Man has just kind of gone down the drain and stuff. But we'll see what's up with what they're gonna do with the next one and stuff. I hope it's good, honestly. I really hope that the next Spider-Man. I don't like the title, Brand New Day. That to me is kind of like corny and stuff, honestly. But they should just, I don't like when they add subtitles, but it's Marvel. Marvel always doing things that nobody really wants and stuff. Yeah, I'm feeling activated, but at the same time, I'm being 50-50, man. Honestly, I'm tired of getting my hopes up, and I don't want people's hopes to be, busted like a bubble because everyone constantly, whenever something's coming up and stuff, they're like, oh, like this is gonna happen. Nah, man. Like I'm done doing that. Honestly, I'm just watching and observing and seeing what's gonna come from all this. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. It would be nice. I'm not gonna lie. If we get an announcement from Zack Snyder saying, "Yo, we're gonna get Zack Snyder's Justice League released on IMAX," that would straight up just like crush the internet. Like that straight up is gonna like break numbers on the internet. That would be dope. That would be dope, honestly. I'm expecting a limited IMAX release. Yeah, the same. Paramount doesn't own WB yet. Yeah, they don't. WB is the one that can do that, but or maybe at select theaters, that would be nice. But again, we have to see what's gonna come from this and stuff. Like I said, I'm not putting all my hopes up for tomorrow. I'm just like waiting and watching to see what the hell's gonna come from this. Zach posted another picture today. He's been posting pictures, leading to tomorrow and stuff, and that's awesome. That is awesome. So like I said, like Zach doesn't play with our emotions. He knows what he's doing, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this, honestly, man. Like straight up, who knows what's gonna come from this? Nah, he's not playing with our feelings, honestly. What up? What up? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. What is it? Gun Gooners would march on the streets against IMAX Snyder Cut experience. Yeah, big time, man, big time. Man, I love these lives, man. Y'all always be roasting these James Gunn cultists, man. Love it, love it. Oh man, I'm telling you, I tell you, Lieutenant. What's up? What's up? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. Let's see. Nah, I don't think so. Look, honestly, it's a rough start now just because remember, WB's debt carries on to whoever's gonna buy them if this sale does goes through. I know when Netflix was trying to get them and stuff, their stock started like going down, and that was bad. Honestly, that's why like what they did stepping away was like, yo, whether it was to help Paramount to spend more money, whatever. The deal is that Netflix was like, "Yo, we're gonna lose too much money." Like, yeah, what they did, I think, was the best solution, and it is what it is. So, I'm not against it, but at the same time, it's like, why would you keep on bidding? Like $111 billion from Paramount, that's insane. Like they're gonna have to put constant movies out. Literally, that's like probably dropping like 5 movies a week. That whole 30 movies a year, that's not gonna cut it, and they gotta put out bangers. Like they have to put movies that are gonna bring in a lot of profit. But again, we'll see what's gonna happen and stuff. Batman versus Superman Ultimate Edition, Zack Snyder Justice League re-release in IMAX would destroy everything DCU in theaters. Yeah, I agree with you. That would be awesome. That would be awesome, honestly. And spoilers, majority of the Gooners are pink, blue, purple hair clowns. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know how it is. They're all part of the alphabet. And hey, they always got an agenda to push. So those clowns are always in the circus and stuff. So I'm glad. I'm glad the DCU's tanking. So change is coming. I'm telling y'all. Sean, what up? What up? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Yeah, 6 movies just to get a decent Spider-Man costume. Oh man, yeah, you know what? I agree with you. I really do. But Tom Holland, nothing against him. I like him as Spider-Man, but not Peter Parker. My Spider-Man, look, I grew up with Tobey Maguire, and he was an awesome Spider-Man. He was an all right Peter Parker. But to me, out of all of them, so far has been Andrew Garfield. That's my dude right there. That's my Spider-Man, And that's like me growing up watching Tobey Maguire. I'm from that era and stuff. But just Andrew Garfield just nailed Spider-Man, man. He nailed Peter Parker. He had that dorky, nerdy look, just like Peter Parker. And just seeing with Sony and Marvel, just they didn't continue. But then again, No Way Home, it just shows you that hey, do one more. But who knows what the hell's gonna happen with these companies? Honestly, like it's like when they see success, it's like they run from it and stuff. So who knows? Maybe all those Axe posts are just for the anniversary, and not for restoring the Snyderverse. Who knows? Who knows? I like I said, I'm 50-50. I'm not giving my hope up, but at the same time, I'm not putting all my hope and I'm all my eggs in one basket in a sense, because a lot of people could be let down tomorrow. Probably this is not going to lead to something. Maybe it's going to lead something. That's what I'm saying. It's a 50-50. I'm just there neutral. I'm just chilling right now, honestly. And after whatever, if we hear after tomorrow, then okay, we go from it. But like I said, I'm not. I don't want to speculate anymore like that, to that point where it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna do this and that. Yo, it's gonna happen eventually, but who knows when? And at the rate that DC is right now, yeah, I mean, something's gonna give. Honestly, it's just a matter of time and stuff. Um, let's see. Nolan should re-release the Dark Knight trilogy in IMAX. That would destroy Gunn and WB in shame. Yeah, big time, big time. The Odyssey is gonna crush the box office this year for sure, for sure. You recently watched The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. He was good. Yeah, yeah. Both movies are good. I like both of them for what they are. I like the second one even more. I really wanted to see, Rhino. The end was awesome. Like where it ends up, with Rhino. I know a lot of people weren't with that because, Rhino was like a freaking robot and stuff. I like that. I actually enjoyed that. So I didn't have no problem. And I like how the take that they were going. I didn't like the Amazing Spider-Man's what it was, Green Goblin, the young one. I don't know, Harry, I guess, or the son, whatever. I don't like that version of Green Goblin. I like the OG one, the one from from Tobey Maguire's universe, with the helmet and all that stuff. But the newer one from the Amazing Spider-Man, I like his gear that he had, the thing that he was flying on and stuff like that. That was pretty dope because it was very advanced and all that. But yeah, the one from the OG one is that's the best one, honestly. Uh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Andrew Garfield doesn't need expressive eyes. He's pretty dope. He's pretty dope. I think he's very underrated as Spider-Man, and it's a shame that they didn't do anything else with him. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man has the best Spidey suit. Yeah, he has a good one. I do like his costume, but to me, Andrew Garfield, man, I don't know what it is. It's just something about it and stuff. Eric, what's up? What's up? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Yeah, whatever happens, happens. I agree with you. Whatever happens, that's what happens, honestly. First time on your streams. Appreciate that, Eric. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to be part of this community and stuff. Let's see, fan Mr. Snyder. How do you add aura? Let me see to your character, Zach. I just hit the gym and work on my biceps. Yeah, pretty much. Zach's always working out, so that's motivation for all of us. Honestly, it's always good to stay healthy. On the healthy side. Didn't Monster Goblin supposed to be a future villain in the Amazing Spider-Man universe? I think so. I know at the end they were teasing it because they showed the glider and they were trying to build up to what it was, Sinister Six and stuff. Again, it's a shame that they didn't do anything with it. But and then there's so much potential in that universe. I really enjoyed the Amazing Spider-Man universe. It's just I don't know. It just feels much more. I don't want to say grounded, but it just seems more believable. There you go. Like I like what they did with Tobey Maguire. I like what they're doing with Andrew Garfield. I mean, Tom Holland. But just for me, just what they did with the Amazing Spider-Man, there was something special about that, you know. But again, the studio was like, oh, they didn't make money, so I don't know, you know. I don't know what Zach will post tomorrow, but I have a good feeling it will be something big. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so, honestly. You know, like I said, I'm just staying 50-50. I just hope that something does come from this. In due time, it will, you know, but am I expecting something big and massive tomorrow? I don't know. I'm just like I said, I don't want to get my hopes up and be like, damn, you know, nothing really came from this. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. So, you know, I can't wait for tomorrow to see what's gonna be announced if something does gets announced. But I know Zach is gonna announce something pretty good, so we'll see what's up. They want to give. Hold on, let me see. They want to give them big, expressive. Just do it. You don't need nanotech to explain it. Yeah, pretty much, exactly, pretty much. Light skin, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Have you seen all the Spider-Man movies and series? Well, when it comes to the live action, yeah, cartoons, some of them, not everything. Like again, you know, like I don't keep up with everything. So, and it's hard to keep up with it with like everything, you know, from cartoons to animations to the movies. I'm more of a movie person, and of course, watching, you know, the Spider-Man show. I think it was, what was Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. I don't remember the one that was on Fox. You know, growing up, it was Spider-Man, Spider-Man. That show, that show was pretty awesome. Especially the episode where you have Venom and Carnage. I think it's like a three-part. Amazing, amazing. I love that show, that cartoon that used to be on Fox and stuff. So yeah, they don't make them like they used to anymore. Let's see. Let me see. 78 Podcan, Uncle Ben, death and character, Kevin Costner, legit father and husband. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Yeah, James Gunn stuff is always getting leaked. You know, yeah, he must have somebody on his team that's like, yo, screw this. So yeah, I'm not surprised about that. So you know, it happens. Has James Gunn done anything for WB that made money? No, but James Gunn has costed a lot of money for WB. So yeah, L Turner, what's up? What's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. The Gungooners are really aggressive lately. Yeah, they always are. They know the Snyderverse is coming. Yeah, yeah, they should just pop their pills open and take their medication. Honestly. Oh man, the Dark Side poster is fire. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one, that fan made poster that he shared. I think it was yesterday or something like that. I'm not sure, or today. You grew up watching Spider-Man the animated series, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Yeah, that's the one. Was Spider-Man the animated series? Awesome, awesome show. The Spectacular Spider-Man, I wasn't too much fond of it, I guess because of the cartoons and the animation. If it doesn't catch my attention, it's pretty hard for me to really watch something, just because it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. I'm very picky when it comes to that. Same thing with the TMNT. Like there's some TMNT cartoons I would not waste my time on just because the animation looks so like you could tell that's for kids. But I do like the one from, I think it's 2003. I love that animation, how they look more serious and mature. The last TMNT cartoon that I think was Seth Rogen, or what's this dude? I don't remember who made it. That was trash, straight trash. I was like, nah, man. Like, yeah, like if it doesn't catch my attention, I'm just not watching it. Yeah, it was a classic. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, best Spidey show. Yeah, everybody likes their own, so that's cool. You know, it's good. So y'all know Paul Kent was totally farming aura while dying. Yeah. Recon, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Also, what are the odds that Lanterns will be another anti-American series? Exactly. That's what it all comes down to. That's why I be saying everything with James Gunn, again, is about agendas. You know, it's about pushing politics, low key, about pushing some type of something that ends with ism. You know, like feminism, racism, weakism. I don't even know if that's a word, but whatever. That's the point. With James Gunn, what he did with Superman, he made him into a puss, straight up. Superman, literally a god, powerful being, getting his ass handed from the beginning of the movie. Literally, the first thing you see in that movie is him getting his ass handed, and clearly you can see it. They were just trying to say, oh, Superman, oh, as a man, he's weak. Come on. And now they're putting Supergirl. Come on. You're gonna tell me there's no ism there? Come on, yo. Like, let's be real. They're pushing the whole feminism, what is agenda and stuff. Oh, strong female character. Zack Snyder pushed Wonder Woman, and she didn't have no agenda. She was just badass, badass, beautiful, and straight up like, oh, but it's a problem when she cuts Steppenwolf's head off. I was like, what? That's badass. I mean, that's what she is. She's a freaking a demigod, a god, whatever the hell she is. You know, she's a badass. You know, so yeah. Let's see. I mean, and Peacemaker. Let's not even get started with that trash. The Spider-Man shows have gone downhill since Disney. Yeah, everything Disney touches, unfortunately, just goes downhill. Haven't watched the Snyder movies yet, but the Snyder fans are very friendly. Yeah, the real Snyder fans. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some out there that quote unquote try to hide and blend in and call themselves a Snyder fan, and then they make us look bad. Those are the wrong and bad batch of the fruit, if you want to say. But we're pretty cool. We're laid back. We're chill. You know, even if you disagree with us, you know, we're very passionate when it comes to the Snyderverse and stuff like that. But if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. You know, you decide for yourself if you like it and stuff. And you know, it's always good to check it out and stuff. Give it a chance. The same way that they be saying for James Gunn. You grew up on the 2012 TMNT series. Yeah, yeah, that one was good too. I don't remember if that's the same one, but I think okay. I don't remember right now. It's just so many, honestly. Let's see. Let's see. Remember July 10th while it's closed for Chris. I mean, while it's open for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Yeah, yeah. Recon, I'm just so used to seeing you always talking about the Disney with the wallets closed for Moana and stuff. 2012 TMNT show is good, but the animation is terrible. I can't remember if that's the one. If that's the CG one, or was it I think a little bit older? I just can't remember right now. Mad Max, what's up? What's up? Thanks for watching us. Appreciate that. You're watching Yellowstone scenes. Okay. I'm not a fan of Yellowstone, so yeah, but I hear that it's good, but I don't know. It just doesn't get my attention. Uh, what is it? If they were to make a non-animated version of Miles Morales movie, who do you think would be good to play the part of Morales? I mean, whoever they want to, honestly. At this point, whoever they want to pick, go for it. Um, I don't know, honestly. I mean, there's so much talent out there. But new talent would be good, so I wouldn't be against that. What do we think is gonna happen tomorrow? Zack Snyder Justice League IMAX or the Dark Knight Rises remake? I mean, the Dark Knight Returns remake. I don't know, Beku movies. I really have no idea for tomorrow. Something special is gonna be announced. I think something has to be announced big because Zack Snyder has been doing a countdown. He's like, yo, like, you know, all these days and we're getting closer and tomorrow's the big day. And it's crazy. Look at that. Tomorrow, I'm getting chills just telling you this, but it's wild that tomorrow is the 5th year anniversary of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then all of a sudden now Sony and Marvel want to be like, oh, we're going to release the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Come on, man. Come on, we're still going to outperform you. We're still going to get more views than that Spider-Man movie. I love Spider-Man. I'm not against it. But come on, you could have picked any other day. You literally had to pick it on the 5th year anniversary of Zack Snyder's Justice League. For months, y'all been holding back on that trailer. And all of a sudden today, pictures are leaking. I'm not dumb. Those pictures didn't leak. They did that on purpose to build attention and try to steer away the attention from people for tomorrow. Again, Marvel's still doing these shady moves. But it's funny because we will stop at nothing. That's it, you know? So, you know, what comes tomorrow, we will see. You do believe that many people are working with James Gunn just for a check, but they don't like this dude. Yeah, they don't. They just want to get that money and that's it. They're out. They're like, peace, I'm out. Gunn hired Junkie XL just to hire a second and third film score producer. Yep. Gunn knows he likes to use old songs instead of film scores. Exactly. Gunn just wants to stay in the headlines. That's it. But the headlines that he's straight up debuting are trash. They're bad. So it's bad. Puff piece editorials, if you want to say. I got zero Green Lantern vibes from that trailer. That Brown Lanterns, that's straight up trash, honestly. It looks more like a fucking cowboy show with the name Lanterns attached to it. I actually think a lot of directors and actors just don't want to work with Gunn. Yeah, that's true. They know it. If you work with James Gunn, that's straight up just setting yourself for failure in this industry. Real talk. I'm being honest with y'all. Gunn used Junkie XL. Coward. Yeah. And I'm glad that they're not using him. That's another thing, too, that I'm thinking about, Mad Max. Now that you said that, maybe something, again, I'm going to speculate, maybe something is cooking. And Zach already spoke to Junkie and said, yo, probably something's good to go. We're going to need you. You down? And probably he was like, yo, he probably told James Gunn, oh, how much you going to charge me? He taxed him and he's like, yeah, we can't match that number. So I'm glad. This part, I'm happy. I know that I said recently that, you know, Junkie XL was a sellout for literally he was going to work on what is it, Supergirl. And I was like, come on, man, another one? Like this right here, he kind of redeemed himself, and I'm like, all right, you know what? That's cool. I'll let that one slide. So it is what it is. But in the end, Junkie XL belongs in the Snyderverse. So James Gunn probably thought it over. He's like, oh, Snyder fans are gonna keep on talking about it. He's trying to detach from everything that Zack has done and stuff. So yeah, the music would have straight up, we would have kept on going. He doesn't want to hear it. While Corn Sweat was grieving for crypto, he was drinking cocoa. Is he like five? James Gunn skipped the meeting with David Ellison. Yeah, because James Gunn's a coward, straight up. Do you think Paramount might consider a tax write-off? Yeah, yeah, man. I'm telling you straight up, hell yeah, hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah if you think that they should do a tax write-off for Man of Tomorrow. You know what would be straight up mind blowing? Check this out. Imagine Paramount's like, yo, we don't care James Gunn didn't show up to his meeting. He doesn't even have a future at Paramount. Good, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And then they end up bringing Zack back. Let's just speculate, right? For shits and giggles. Tomorrow, let's say Zack does go, and he makes an announcement. Hey, we're going to give Zack Snyder Justice League, a theatrical run, exclusive in select theaters. Boom, let's go. And they announce, and they see the success that comes from it because they're going to make money. And then they're like, yo, hold on. And let's say Paramount does acquire them and they buy them out, whatever, all the deal goes through. And then they say, you know what? Yeah, James Gunn, go ahead and write your movie. Finish it off. And in the end, chop, they're going to do the Batgirl treatment. And they just say, you know what? Yeah, we're not moving forward with that. We're going to do a tax write-off. And then from that, they say, you know what? We're bringing in Ben Affleck. We're going to do the Batman movie with Ben Affleck. Oh, we're also going to bring in Henry Cavill, but we're going to do Man of Steel 2, the real Man of Tomorrow. Boom! That alone is just going to crush everything in the industry. Straight up. That's going to make Marvel cry. Straight up cry. Marvel's going to be like, oh, I can't believe it. Yeah, man, that's how it's got to be. I hope so. It would be nice. Andrew Garfield was originally going to be the MCU Spider-Man, but it didn't happen because of Marvel. Yeah, exactly. Marvel always screwing things. And I'm sure that there was somebody on Disney that said, let's not do that. You had such high hopes for Lanterns. Now I don't have hopes for them no more. Yeah, I'm telling you, like with James Gunn, there's no excitement, honestly. There is nothing that's banking or making profit. Everything just keeps on losing money. Look at what they just revealed. What is it? Superman 2025. It lost money from the numbers that they were saying. So what is that telling you? Yeah, that they've been lying since day one. Majority Snyder community are based. Which is dead ass. Gooners, on the other hand, are cringe. Yeah, the straight up James Gunn. Look, it's hard to say. I know there's some James Gunn fans out there. I've talked with them and stuff, and they could be all right, but that's like probably in the 2%, because like the other 97, 98%, they're straight up rotten. But it is what it is. It's the CG one. Okay. DC fans of the Snyderverse are the greatest fandom in entertainment history. Yeah, exactly. And we donate money to suicide prevention. So what is that telling you? James Gunn, cultists, they make fun of the event of what happened to Zack Snyder. That's how piss poor they are. That's how terrible they are. You know how many things they've told me? Yo, it's crazy. It's disgusting. Like they're pretty evil, man. They're pretty much messed up. I miss good female characters who had their own head, don't hate men, and aren't ashamed of their femininity. Yeah, exactly. At least anime still has these characters. Yeah, that's what I like about anime. Like they put these freaking hot anime chicks, because that's what they are. Let's be real. And they know the audience that they're targeting, the male audience. It's like, hell yeah, that's why people are buying these games and watching these shows. What the hell? It's like, okay, you got my money, straight up. But when it comes to like what they do with Marvel, and you have Brie Larson doing and pushing the trash that she does, it's like, come on, man. Like, yeah, nobody cares, So that tells you everything. Have you watched any of the Dami videos regarding the DCU? Nah, I haven't watched anything lately, honestly. And I was working on the comics, so like I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not been keeping up much on social media. That's why you see that I didn't really post a lot, like in the past few weeks, just because I've been so busy with that comic book. So that took a lot of my time. But finally that's done. Don't forget, issue 2 is out, so make sure y'all show your support and stuff like that. That's because they're scared. That's fear. Yeah, exactly. I was really looking forward to the Flashpoint movie Zack said he was going to do, but instead we got the Flash movie. Yeah, because James Gunn. But once again, if Zack is back, all of that can be erased. All of that could be erased. Remember, they said the same thing about Justice League. Oh no, like, oh, we can't fix it, and Zack Snyder fixed it. So you want Spider-Man movie money, Sony? Make the Amazing Spider-Man 3. I agree with you. With Tom Hardy, Leto Morbius and Aaron Taylor Craven. Exactly, exactly. They have everything literally right there. But it's Sony, I guess, or probably Marvel. Who knows? You don't like Junkie XL? Yeah, I do. But the moment that he was kind of gonna sell out to do James Gunn's Supergirl, that's where I kind of like. I was like, man, I'm kind of done, because Jason Momoa jumped ship. He straight up now is Lobo, and we'll see how long that's gonna last. Um, we should got the Spider-Man brand new day trailer before Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, 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 yeah. I honestly believe Gunn is still trolling DC fans, and he's been planning on going back to Marvel after wreaking havoc on Superman and the Justice Gang. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I've been saying since day one. James Gunn is the Trojan horse. He was sent to destroy. He's doing a good job at that, and at the end, he's gonna leave back to Marvel. That's exactly what he's gonna do. You think Gunn asked Hans Zimmer? Nah, hell nah. Gunn cannot afford, and WB cannot afford Hans Zimmer. Straight up, they cannot afford him. Hell no, they wish. They now hell no. Grant Morrison told them off for that horrible Lanterns trailer. Good, good. I'm glad that people are standing up and straight up voicing their opinion and stuff. Oh hell yeah, haha yeah yeah. Let's see, replace it with Man of Steel 2, Henry Cavill. Maybe Michael Bay's involved with explosions in Lincoln Park. That would be awesome though. That would be awesome. Oh man, that would be nice. Gunn shouldn't be anywhere near Brainiac. He shouldn't be nowhere near DC. Period. In my Stone Cold voice, oh hell yeah, hell yeah. You watch Lloyd and Walker fighting on TV. I would cancel Man of Tomorrow, the Batman 2, and save budgets for Snyder's movie. Boom, exactly, exactly. That's what they need to do. They need to cut all of that. Just save the money and put it into what's really gonna make you profit and stuff like that. Demencio, what's up? Let's see. The Lantern Trader made rewatch the Green Lantern movie, and it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I agree with you. I got the Ryan Reynolds movie of Green Lantern. That movie wasn't bad. It's like Thanos. Perhaps I judged you too harshly, or whatever it is that he says, with the meme. But it's true. Like the Ryan Reynolds movie is not that bad. It really isn't. I don't know why people like talk bad about it, but it's still a good movie for what it was. And don't forget, Zack Snyder wanted to bring in Ryan Reynolds to do the scene of him with Green Lantern and stuff. But of course, because of Toby Emmerich and that other dude, what's his name? I can't remember right now. The other dude, Jeff Johns, they made it impossible, and that's why we got the Martian Manhunter. But it is what it is. In due time, like I said, we'll see them. The cringe gooners even brought up Autumn Snyder and made fun of her, saying the Snyderverse is so bad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how they are. That's how they are, man. I'm telling you, man. Disgusting, honestly. Brandon, what's up? What's up? What do you what? All right. What do Damon Lindelof, James Gunn, and Tom King all have in common? None of them give a shit about their audience. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Brandon. I agree with you. They don't care. They don't care, and neither should we. Wallets closed. That's it. How Damon Lindelof is allowed back after that Watchmen show is baffling. Yeah, yeah, that's how Hollywood is. They just love to move forward with trash. That's it. But it's our job as the fans to take out the trash. Plain and simple. They want to play, we're gonna play. That's it. You want to give us trash, we're gonna toss it out. I have the perfect ending for the MCU. The X-Men, Fox Sentinel kill everyone. The end. And that's it. Hans Zimmer, don't make me laugh. Yep, yep, yep. Nah, stay away from Hans Zimmer. He's Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman scores are incredible. Yeah, true. Hans Zimmer did the Amazing Spider-Man 2 as well. Yep, exactly. Yep, I agree with you. The first and the second, freaking amazing, man. Oh man, it's freaking good. It's freaking awesome. That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, Hollywood doesn't know that they have gold, and then they wonder why they're not making money. Oddly enough, I've been rewatching old Attitude Era Stone Cold and The Rock segments on YouTube. Yeah, that's the best era. The Attitude Era was the best. I'm telling you. Like, man, I remember watching ECW. ECW was my shit when it came to wrestling, and it all tied in with the Attitude Era. So seeing Stone Cold back then, The Rock, that's when they had balls in the industry. Now WWE is a soap opera. That's why I don't even watch that crap no more. John. Gunn can't afford Zimmer. Nah, he can't. He can't. Once more, if I were in charge of DC Studios, you would personally finish Zack Snyder and his DCU before you let James Gunn and Peter Safran reboot the franchise. Yeah, many of us agree with that, I'm sure. Green Lantern 2011, perhaps I treated you too harshly. Yeah, that's the one. I actually have it on physical, so that's a guilty pleasure. I know people talk about it. I think it's like a director's cut or something like that. I know it's something that says extra on it, so yeah, it's not a bad movie. I actually like it. I enjoy it for what it is. You just want Justice League 2 and 3, Man Steel 2, Dark Knight Returns movies first. Yeah, I agree with you. I want that too, man. I am with you on that. Gunn cannot afford Zimmerman. Nope, hell nah, it's too broke. The DCU's broke. Last week we will make the 1 week anniversary of the announcement of Catherine Hahn officially cast as Mother Gothel entangled in live action. Seriously, the MCU could never create such terrifying villains like the X-Men Fox Sentinels. Yeah, yeah. I mean, remember Disney owns Marvel, so yeah, they've gone weak. So yeah, that's what it's come down to. Have you seen the new footage of Cody Rhodes as Guile playing Street Fighter video game against Street Fighter game creator? Nope. But I saw those shitty toys from Mattel, and they are terrible. I'm like, those things are gonna be at Ross for sure. Those things are terrible. I was like, oh hell nah. That they did the crossover with Street Fighter and WWE. I was like, hell nah. I was like, I don't even want that crap. Honestly, I don't even think I want that for $7.99. Hell nah. Save my money. Do you hear Junkie XL stepped away from Supergirl? Yep, yep, yep. I heard. I think we saw what we were get. Well, hold on. I think he saw what we were getting and was like, "Oh hell no, I don't want to be part anywhere near this when it bombs." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's gonna damage his career. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just continue as I was." So yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty cheesy. I still think Ryan Reynolds' perfect casting for Hal Jordan and Mark Strong as Sinestro was perfect. Yeah, I agree with you. It was good. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people like to say that Lantern, what is it, Green Lantern from what is it 2011 was bad. No, it wasn't. It was actually good. I enjoyed that movie honestly. Um, yeah, it was good. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to rewatch that movie. Erica, Wonder Woman 3, Aquaman 3, Flashpoint, cut of Flash and retcon Birds of Prey, with airs Gotham City Sirens. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I would love to see that. I really would love to see that. Green Lantern 2011 was nostalgic to me. Yeah, thinking about that, man. I remember when that movie came out. I was like, wow. So I'm just thinking of it. I just stay blank because I'm like, it wasn't that bad. It was like it was all right. For what it is compared to what we got now. Yeah, that movie was better. Let's see. All it takes for us Snyder fans to move is on 5 or 6 movies. WB acts like we want 30 movies. Yeah, exactly, exactly. But knowing Zach, he's gonna cook, and we're gonna want more. So we're gonna be like, yeah, we want more. So, yeah, yeah. 2011 Green Lantern is better than Superman 2025. It is. Yeah, I agree with you. Big type. Big time. No hype for the Batman 2. I don't think Gunn is involved. Yeah, I don't really care about the Batman 2, honestly. I'm just not interested in it. Give me Transformers 6, directed by Michael Bay, and I have finally found inner peace. Yeah, the same with me, honestly. Just one more Transformers movie with Michael Bay. Yo, they really want to go balls to the wall, make it like 4 hours long, like the Snyder cut, and that's it. It's like make it like a two-part movie in one. I'll be good. I'll be like, that's it. Now I could RIP, honestly. I'll be like, I'm good now. How much do you estimate Supergirl's box office to make? 325 million is your guess. I mean, with what they've been saying lately, that the budget is supposed to be 200 million, and James Gunn said no, that it's not, which I think he's just lying. Straight up, he's lying. I think it's gonna make more than 200 million, but I don't think it's gonna pass 400 million. I don't think so. If it even makes 375 million, I'll be like, wow, that's still bad, but they're gonna try to justify that trash. Honestly, that's what they're gonna do and stuff. So, yeah, we're gonna see. And notice how they're not really marketing the movie. So, yeah, they know that movie's dead on arrival. So, the Lantern trailer makes Superman 2025 look like a masterpiece in comparison. They're both bad, honestly. Ryan Reynolds deserves to come back as Hal Jordan in the Snyderverse. Yeah, he was supposed to come back. Him and Zach actually spoke, and Ryan actually said that. I think it was at a Brazil Comic Con at the time. This is before we got the Snyder cut, and it was supposed to happen, but again, Jeff Johns and Toby Emmerich, they made it impossible because they wanted back then to do this shitty lanterns, whatever it was what they wanted to do. So here we are, like what, like 4 years later, 5 years later. So, it is what it is. Let's see. You love Mark Strong as Sinestro, perfect casting. Yeah, yeah, same. He was good. Yeah, I even like the what is it, the practical effects, the CG, whatever it is that they did. It was good. It was good. Did you hear about The Bride? It flopped. Yeah, I'm glad that movie flopped. Again, pushing that feminist agenda. I'm glad that trash flopped. And the same they're gonna do with Supergirl. That's the next one too. Let's see. Let's see if Supergirl does worse than The Bride. That would be very interesting. Who knows? Feeling lucky, Punk. Easy Ironhide. Yeah, yeah, man. Man, we need Michael Bay back. Honestly, if the Snyder Cut gets IMAX release, you, Mike, and Pam gave the green light. That would be amazing. You imagine that? I think more than one person has been paying money to keep Snyder from making movies because he raises the bar that Hollywood hasn't been able to keep up with. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There has to be somebody in there that just doesn't want quality. That's all it is. So unfortunately, that's how the industry is. There's a bunch of trolls out here. WB lost 90 million with The Bride. Wow, 90 million they lost. Yeah, man, that's bad. That's bad. um that's what James Gunn does. He lies. It's all he does. Yep, yep. That's Pinocchio Gunn. That's who he is. I'm still pissed that they kill Ironhide. Yeah, but they can still bring him back. I think, with the Allspark. Yo, that would be dope to see him. Like a version 2, if you want to say that would be nice. So, I would love to see another Bayverse movie. With all these characters, just go all out. Honestly, what do you think about those true Superman numbers that were hidden? Somebody has to account for that money. Yeah, somebody's been lying. Somebody's about to get fired for lying and straight up making up all those numbers. By the way, Gunn asked Ryan to come back, and he told him to f off. True story. Yeah, yeah. I think I remember hearing or reading something about that. Your fiance went to the movies with her girlfriends to see to see the bride, and she was disappointed. Wow, wow. Tell you, tell her and her friends to do what I'm saying. I want my refund. We all want our refund. I'm telling you straight up, man. Like I'm so tired of all these shitty movies out here, man. Straight up, man. Zach, Megatron, Gun, Prime, yeah, yeah. Did you realize that WB won 2013 box office receipts? Oh, interesting. Bayverse Prime is my childhood hero. Yeah, I love it, love it, love what Bayverse did with Transformers. It's just badass. It's all badass, honestly. Everyone who won an Oscar who worked for WB thank Abdi and DeLuca. Look at that. It tells you. It tells you, you know. I don't think Superman made it past 500. I don't think so either. I really don't. It's hard to believe, and especially when they have to split the profit with the movie theaters. It's not like they're taking all 100%. They have to split a profit with the movie theaters. So, yeah, it is what it is. I want a refund from The Bride. Yeah, exactly. Whoever saw it, I feel bad for you. But that's just how I feel with that shitty 28 years later. I'm glad that movie tanked. Screw that movie. I'm still waiting for my damn refund. That's how I know my fiance ain't a raging feminist, because she wanted her back after watching it. Oh wow, okay. There you go. More power. More power. If only WB gave Zack Snyder creative freedom like James Gunn, DC would have been a better place. Yeah, 10 times in a better place. Refund for 28 years later. Yeah, not even on bootleg I want to watch it, honestly. And that tells you a lot. Hell, not even if it was on Netflix or on HBO Max, I still don't want to watch the second part. What is it, The Bone Temple? Yeah, screw that movie. I don't even care about it. I'm still with that bitter taste of the first one, of whatever the hell they were doing. That has nothing to do with the 28 years brand, if you want to say. Let's see, 20 years. Yeah, it was shit. It was straight up. It was just straight up bad. They just yelled, "I want my money back." Damn. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. That's crazy. Yeah, refund for the Fantastic Four, Four Steps. I still haven't even seen that movie. I'm just not a fan of Fantastic Four. So, I did see all the toys and the merchandise. I think it was at Walmart the other day. It was all overstocked in the clearance section. I'm like, wow, that tells you everything. 28 years later is already wasted. Yeah, big time. What a shame. What a shame what they did with that franchise. Unfortunately, you didn't watch The Bride. Good. You saved yourself the time, I guess. I didn't see a poster for Superman in your theater till most probably a month. a month and a half before it came out. That's shitty marketing completely. They're trying to save every penny that they can, literally, But again, that's what WB has done. And then most of the money they had was because they wanted to pay all these shills on YouTube. They were like, oh, we're gonna pay this YouTuber, to simp for us and shill, and they're gonna bring in the audience, and they're gonna bring in the and people still didn't show up. That tells you everything, man. And they're gonna try to do the same thing with Supergirl. So we already know that movie's dead on the water. Straight up, honestly. The only good thing James Gunn did is that he made the haters love Snyder DC, although they don't mention it. Yeah, free publicity, baby. That's all it is. Heard of Star Trek, Starfleet? Yeah, that trash ass woke show. That shit's She-Hulk all over again. Yeah, I've been hearing. It has Holly Hunter in it, and I feel sorry for her. Senator Finch from Batman vs Superman. Oh, that's her. Damn, I feel bad for her. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That sucks. But again, it is what it is. I don't know, So, honestly, like the 2005 F4 movie. Let's see. I was done with watching WB films after Aquaman 2. Aquaman 2 was all right. It wasn't that bad. When you take off the shitty jokes and stuff, it's an all right movie. Still like the first one much more. I might watch Project Hail Mary this weekend. Oh, okay. I don't get how the marketing honestly works because we're ending winter, entering spring. All these movies that are like horror should be released like literally during like October. I just don't get it, honestly. I just don't get it. Um, in cinemas. The Batfleck merchandise still sells like crazy, and I'm talking about thousands of dollars for Batman statues, not just few hundred. Exactly, I know what you're talking about, Becca movie. Those big iron, I think it's the Iron Studios that are making those big statues. Yeah, man, those things sell expensive. I'm talking about like that. That's a whole different level. Like it surpasses the collectors that are like hot toy collectors. Like I respect hot toy collectors, but my hat's off. And it's like, yo, if you collect statues that are like over $1,000, yeah, like that's it. Like that, there's no competing against that. Honestly, like it's nuts, and people are buying them. I get it. I know which ones you're talking about. It's the real deal, and they sell out. How come we don't got nothing with James Gunn? How come there's nothing with Peacemaker? That tells you everything. Nobody's gonna buy that trash. My favorite zombie movie. Still nothing comes close 28 weeks later and Dawn of the Dead. Yep, I agree with you. Another good zombie movie. It's an old one, but it's still good. Day of the Dead. That one is freaking one of my favorite. And there's another one too. I think it's called Zombie 3. That's another one too. Those movies are freaking, they're old, but man, they're good. I watch them from time to time. Every year I always watch them. It's just, they're really good. Respectfully, I disagree. Aquaman 2 is dog shit. That's all right. That's all right, Austin. It's not for everybody. Like I said, the first one was better. The second one, I did like the fight when he's fighting against Black Manta. That was pretty cool. I did like that actor for Black Manta, but I did like his costume more in the first movie. So, I mean, it is what it is, But yeah, I don't know. Remember the trench monsters in Aquaman 1? Those were xenomorphs aquatic. I remember they wanted to do a spin-off. James Wan wanted to do R-rated with the trench and stuff like that. It would have been cool, but again, DC just punking out because probably somebody in the studio, probably Jeff Johns, was like, "Oh no, that's too scary. We can't do that." But I still think Wonder Woman 284 is worse than Aquaman 2. Yeah, I agree with you, Bradley. Honestly, Aquaman 2 was a little bit better than Wonder Woman 84. I don't even know why they even called it Wonder Woman 84, honestly. Like, that shit's so confusing. They should just call it Wonder Woman 2. Like, why are you going to throw the 84? Like, literally. I hate when movies go backwards. Like, dude, we're not in retro time. Like, we're not in the 90s. We're not in the 80s. Why we keep going backwards? We should be moving forward, And then they put some trash-ass music, and it's like, come on, man. Like, yeah, man. You ain't got the money for hot toys. You only have one. I don't even have one. Hold on, do I have one? No, I think I do have one. Yeah. I have a Harley Quinn, and that one I only have it because somebody gave it to me like a few years ago, from Suicide Squad. So yeah, that's pretty dope in my collection. I want to see a director's cut for Aquaman 2. Yeah, Dolph confirmed Aquaman 2 does have a director's cut, and it's really good. Yeah, and even James Wan came out. He had come out probably, I think, after the movie came out a few months, and he was like, yeah, James Gunn, because this whole change, they switched it, and he was throwing him under the bus, but they covered those articles. They're out there. Look for them. You'll see them. Just do your Google search and you'll see it, unless they try to bury it under all that info and stuff. Aquaman 2 was all right. Yeah. Godzilla versus Kong Supernova sounds good. Yeah, I hope it's good. Honestly, it looks good from what the promotional stuff that I've been seeing. I have not heard of one cut for Aquaman 2. Yeah, it's out there. It's out there. Again, they just try to bury it because they don't want people talking about it. Because then it's gonna build up more excitement for it and things like that. So there's a lot of things that were cut from the second film. Like I told y'all, it had Ben Affleck and it had the Flash. When the movie was about to come out 3 days before, I spoke about this a lot, and I even saw tweets on it. But then the tweets got deleted. They were removed and stuff. And I was like, damn, what are they trying to hide? And people were confirming in China, yeah, we saw Ben Affleck in the movie talking with the Flash saying, save me. I mean, save us. We're on, like, they got stuck in another dimension. And I know other people also spoke about that. But yeah, they didn't really, they had two endings. The one we got in the US final cut, and then in China was the version that they had Ben Affleck and the Justice League, that they were stuck in another dimension, meaning the door was still open for if they wanted to go back to the Snyderverse. So that's why there's a cut out there and stuff like that. Yeah, Day of the Dead is a good movie. Yeah, it is. Slipknot, what's up, what's up? Mega G75, what up, what up? Thoughts on Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight? I want to check it out. I'm not gonna lie, I did like the Lego that you built from the Batman versus Superman Batmobile. That was pretty cool. I'm not a Lego fan, but that was pretty cool to see that. So yeah, I'm gonna check out the game when it does come out. The Rock deserves an apology and should be in future DC films. Exactly. I agree with you, Mad Max. I really do. The Rock did what he could. He brought Henry Cavill, and he was trying to continue everything within the DCEU/slash Snyderverse, and I give him props for it. And I know that Black Adam has nothing to do with the Snyderverse, but you could see that he was trying hard to keep that tone. And you could see the powers that were above him. They were literally saying, "Oh, let's put this joke, put that, put this." You can clearly see it. But The Rock did what he could with the limited power that he did, and he pulled Henry Cavill. So before James Gunn came on board, we were supposed to get. It was leading up. We're gonna go back to the Snyderverse, and The Rock was gonna be part of it. That's why he brought in Henry Cavill, because eventually they were gonna face off. But again, the studio, man, it's just these dumbasses in power, honestly. But again, we gotta keep fighting for it. I would like to see Wonder Woman versus Cheetah done properly. Same. Set in modern day. Exactly. I'm tired of going back in the 80s and the 90s. Like, I'm tired of that retro shit, honestly. Like, nothing against it. It's just I'm tired of it. I want to see modern shit. Like, I don't want to see these, like, oh, it takes place back in the 80s and back in the 60s. And fuck that era. We're not there no more. Like, like, can we please move forward? Like, straight up. Like, I just can't stand that. The main reason I want the Dark Knight Returns remake announced, because the way you will get both Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill in the movie without long-term attachment, and I don't have to wait for Paramount. Yeah, it would be nice. Can we have James Gunn's stuck in another dimension? That way we don't have to deal with him anymore. Yeah, throw him into the abyss. I hope something really good gets announced tomorrow. I hope so too, my friend. I really hope so. Gunn should be in jail, if you ask me. I agree with you. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, a lot of us do. That's why he got fired from Disney. And it's crazy how some people try to justify and say, oh, but that was him years ago. I don't give a damn. That's your past. Your past can come and haunt you. And that, in his situation, it's out there. That's it. So, whatever. You meant the Wonder Woman versus Cheetah in the modern day. Yeah, the same. I know that there's a video out there where it shows it's AI, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, going up against, I don't know who the lady is, that big lady that she freaking grows. I don't know. I was like, that's badass. Like, that was dope. I know it's AI, but I'm like, damn, AI should be used as a tool for the studios to be like, look, this is what AI created, or what we created in AI. Imagine now we do it in live action. Let's go, man. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. The possibilities are endless. They could do so much with it and stuff. Do you think Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be woke? Hell yeah. It's mainly about Princess Katana and Johnny Cage. That says it all. That says it all, my friend. So, yeah, I would not be surprised, honestly. I'm kind of nervous about it. Mortal Kombat 1 is trash, honestly. I don't have to play it to know that it's trash. What they did to Cyrax and Sector by doing the gender swap, that tells you everything. That tells you them pushing their agenda without them telling you. And that's what I don't like when they do in movies, games, comics, anime, and whatever it is. I really dislike when they do all that, man. And that ruins it. But yeah, I don't care. I don't even have Mortal Kombat 1 in my collection. It's trash. They should have just done Mortal Kombat 12, and again rebooting. Like, why are you gonna reboot, man? Then next thing you know, it's gonna be Mortal Kombat 2. Come on, man. I'm just tired of these reboots, remakes. It's just continue what the hell you got going. You know, it confuses the audience, especially in the future, because they're gonna be like, hold on, Mortal Kombat 11, what happened to 12? Oh, now we decided to reboot. Damn, hold on, DC, why they did this but they didn't finish it? Oh, they decided to reboot. What the hell? Every time is always a reboot, so it's confusing. Let's see. Joss Whedon was gonna do Wonder Woman movie years ago. Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad that didn't happen. Do you see the 10-minute AI video of Batman versus Freddy Krueger? Uh, did I? Is it like a cartoon or something like that? I know I saw one. I can't. I think I saw some of it. That he's like in the nightmare timeline with the outfit. Yeah, I think I did. I saw some of it. But what I did see, I don't know if some of y'all seen it, and it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Like it's awesome as hell. Ben Affleck's Batman and AI going up against Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, Killer Croc, Deadshot, and I think Captain Boomerang is in it too, and it looks dope. I was like, damn, like when he goes up against Killer Croc, I'm like, hell yeah, like what the hell, WB, like why y'all don't continue that? Like that's what I'm willing to give money to go and watch. Like yo, like I don't know, man. Again, you know, it's just it's nuts. It's nuts. You know, it's crazy how like freaking AI can deliver, and the studios don't want to. Your brother has Mortal Kombat 1, but he doesn't play it anymore. That tells you everything. And Mortal Kombat 1 has been on sale for the longest. It constantly goes on sale because that shit doesn't sell. It's been the cheapest. I think I saw it the other day. I think, or it's currently on the thing right now. I think it was like 7.99. I was like, I still don't want that trash. I really don't. I don't want that crap. I don't want that thing taking up space in my hard drive of my PlayStation. I'm good. I don't want it. Honestly. Like I don't care. I don't care about Gotham Knights. Still haven't bought that crap. How the hell you gonna do a Batman game without Batman? Like, doesn't make sense, you know? So yeah, these studios, man, I'm telling you. Who's excited for tomorrow? All of us. Restore the Snyderverse. Hell yeah, my friend. Hell yeah. The bat lives. Beware. Consider this a warning. Just paraphrasing. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm not excited for Street Fighter at all. It's not difficult to stick to the source material. Instead, they're pandering to pussies. Exactly. I agree with you, Austin. That's exactly what they're doing. Pandering to all these pussies out here is on. Honestly, it's sickening. You know, it's sickening. I can't stand it, man. I really can't. I hope, but I'm not surprised if Mortal Kombat, what is it, Mortal Kombat 2, the new movie is coming out, if that shit also has some agendas in it. What they did to Jade is unforgivable. Honestly, it's not so hard. Jade has hair in the damn game. Oh, let's put a bald Jade. Why? Why? What? Why? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. Uh, I didn't want to see Shazam versus Black Adam. He is essentially fighting a kid. Yeah, I get that point of view, but I mean that's what happens in the comics. So you know, I would love to see that. Honestly, I want to see Zachary Levi back under the leadership of Zack Snyder. That's it. I said it how I feel. I want to see Zachary Levi literally his Shazam under the guidance of Zack Snyder, a more serious, mature type of Shazam. Not the shit that we got with Walter Hamada and stuff. That would be straight up fire. I'm telling you. And then going up against Black Adam and Henry Cavill Superman, boom! I'm telling you, I think that will make money. That will make money straight up. Honestly. Let's see. They redone the Batman versus Freddy video in live action now. Oh wow. Okay, I might have to check that out then. Have you seen the Batman fan film Batman Dead End? It's amazing. I'm not sure. Hold on, Dead End, is that the one with Batman versus Predator? That's an old one though. That's like from early YouTube days. If that's the one from Bad in the Sun, yeah, that's an old film. I think that's the one where he's fighting Predator. Yeah, it's a good fan made movie. I know they do a lot of films. I've been watching them since like they started years ago. If that's them, with I think it's Sun, I don't remember, Sun Studios, I think, or something like that. But that's pretty dope. Only WB knows how to mess up Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, exactly. Mortal Kombat is not hard. It's really not hard to do. It's literally put these characters. Look at that. Mortal Kombat, what is that? I think it's Mortal Kombat 3 that they actually had actors dress up. And then they did the video capture or whatever, the motion capture, whatever it is that they do. And it's like, yo, what's so hard to do that? I'm like, especially with the technology of today, and you have sculptors and 3D printing. Come on, for crying out loud, you have all the tools at your disposal, and they have no idea what to do with it. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about that Mortal Kombat 2, honestly. Let's see, have you seen Hoppers in theaters? Nah, I haven't seen it. That's the one with the little beaver, right, or something like that. Nah, I haven't seen it. I know my girlfriend wants to see it, but yeah, we just haven't gotten to it. But probably I'll go check it out. It I mean, it's just, I guess it's like a cartoon movie and stuff, so it looks pretty funny. I agree about Street Fighter. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to get my hopes up either. Have you seen the live action Batman versus Killer Croc based on the air cut? Yeah, yeah. But I didn't see it live action. I mean, I saw it in AI. If that's the one you're talking about. Nightmare Batman needs a 3 hour movie of one big long car chase, just like Mad Max. Yeah, that would be dope. You imagine that? Shoot, man, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I got the Batman versus Superman Lego Batmobile today, and you build it all by yourself. Nice, because you like Ben Affleck's Batman. Restore the Snyderverse. Nice, nice, Anthony. Enjoy it, my friend. I'm still excited for Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter in theaters. Yeah, I'm gonna check out both of them, regardless. Like I want to see it. I'm gonna go in and watch Street Fighter with zero expectations. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm gonna go into Mortal Kombat and be like, this shit's gonna probably have some agenda in it, but I'm being real with you. I'm gonna go watch Street Fighter, and when I do, I'm gonna go in there and be like, "This, I'm watching this movie with zero expectations." So when I come out, I'm not let down. I'm gonna be like, I don't know, I don't know what to expect, but I know that shit's gonna be like, what the hell, you know? Let's see. If it's done right, I'll definitely watch. Yeah. Zack Snyder Shazam should be like Kingdom Come Shazam. That would be cool. Nightmare Batmobile keeps leaping out of my swimming pool in my dreams. You know what? When it comes to the Batmobile, that Batmobile from I guess the Nightmare. I'm not sure if that's the one. The one that is like a big tank. Like at the end we saw the Snyder cut. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I love the Batmobile that we got from Batman versus Superman and the Batmobile that we got in what you call it, Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's my favorite Batmobile, honestly. But that big old tank, I'm like, that's too much. That's just me. That's just me. Only Snyder can bring the best out of Ezra and Levi. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And people, they love to hate on Ezra and say what they want, but to me, that's my Flash. I don't care. I don't care of what his personal life is. Dude has problems just like anybody else, and it's highly weird. All these people got problems. If it's not alcohol, it's some type of cult. If it's not that, it's something. But that's their problem, not mine. I just want to be entertained. Just entertain me. That's it. There's an awesome AI short of Injustice Superman and Joaquin Joker, but he's wearing the classic purple suit. Oh, I think I saw something like that. I'm not sure if that's the one. I don't know. There's so many, but probably I did see it. I just can't remember right now. Oh, you're talking about Bad in the Sun? Yeah, Bad in the Sun. There you go. The Wolverine Predator. Yeah. They can't get casting of Johnny Cage right. Nothing against Carl though. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean Johnny Cage. It's not hard to cast that character, honestly. But again, that's how it is. How do you feel about Absolute Batman? I know Absolute Batman is doing great in comic sales and all that stuff, but it just doesn't catch my attention. It really doesn't, man. The art style just isn't for me. And like I said it earlier, if the art doesn't capture me, I'm the chances of me actually saying, yeah, I'm gonna go watch it or support it, it's very difficult. Just because it doesn't appeal to me. And I don't like that Batman. He's straight up way too muscular and I don't know. I don't know. It's just something about he looked medieval mixed with like I don't know. I don't know. It's like they just said, let's just put all this and make it work. And I don't know. Fans are eating it up, but good for them. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll check it out, but it's just not for me. Uh, let's see. Carl needs to do what? Need to return as Judge Dredd. Yeah, yeah, big time, big time. John, what's up? What's up? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. The Bat Tank, I think is a reference, yeah, to the Dark Knight Returns. Even when I see, people who look like the mutants at the bottom of the treads, yeah, those mutants. I kid you not. Every time I see those mutants, they always remind me of Bebop from the TMNT. Because they got like those little, I don't know, those shades that look like a cyclops or whatever, and they got the little mohawk, I think, or something. I don't know. I always see those characters, and I always think of Bebop from the TMNT. Bat in the Sun is making Keaton's Batman fight the Shredder from the 90s. Oh, okay, yeah, I saw something the other day. I did see something with that. That's pretty cool. Carl needs to reprise Dread role. Yeah, yeah, it would be nice. The Bat Tank is from the Dark Knight Returns, man. That's why Snyder put it in the Justice League as an Easter egg. Nice, yeah, yeah. It's just I'm not a fan of that design of the Batmobile and stuff. But yeah, I see what he was doing. But it's just I don't know. To me, it's just like I love what the regular Batmobile that we got in Batman versus Superman. That's my favorite Batmobile. That one and the one from Keaton, man, those are my Batmobiles right there. Want to hear something a little weird? Batman fights teenagers in The Dark Knight Returns. They're a gang, but nonetheless, they're teenage delinquents. kick their ass. That's it. That's how I see it. Kick their ass. The tank is from The Dark Knight Returns, so Snyder was paying homage to it. He even has criminals tied up. Yeah, I remember that he has them in the front and stuff. The dude from our movie news has uploaded a new video almost a year. I used to follow him, but he lost me with his hype for Superman. Yeah, he simped and he shilled for James Gunn's Superman. And he's still looking forward to Man of Tomorrow. Sad. Yeah, that tells you everything. Another shill. Bebop and Rocksteady laughing my yeah, that's what I see. I'm telling you, that's all I see whenever I see those characters. Yeah, the Dark Knight Returns reference. Yeah, our movie news should have stayed the course for the Snyderverse. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm telling you. These bozos, they all reveal who they are. Just imagine Ben Affleck's in Gotham by Gaslight, set up in London. It would be cool. I just want to see Ben Affleck as Batman again. Gunn's packing his bags, getting the boot. Hell yeah. There's to anybody that listens to country song. There one of my favorite. I don't remember his name, but is a country song called I think it's called "Shine My Boot." That's exactly the song for him. Shine the boot to kick him in the ass. Get out of here. We don't want you, James Gunn. Pedro, what's up? Restore the Snyderverse. You already know it, my friend. Let's see. Our movie news came back to hide again. Yeah. I remember he called me out one time because I had comment on his video, and then I was like, yeah, something about like screw Superman, and he's like, oh, you're not a real fan, you're a Snyder fan, this and that. I was like, oh, okay, that's how we're gonna go about on this. I was like, okay, how did that turn out for that clown? That just shows you. So you're right about that, man, Max. He only came back to go hide again. I saw a Dune Part 3 trailer today. It was awesome. Nice. I'm not into Dune, so we'll see what's gonna happen. What actor you think they could get to play the mutant leader that could fight Affleck's Batman in the live action The Dark Knight Returns movie? That's a good one. Again, like I said, probably when it comes to characters like that, I would say just cast somebody new. I wouldn't want to see somebody like Tom Hardy. I don't want to see like freaking Tom Holland. I don't want to see freaking Chris Evans. I don't want to see, especially nobody from Marvel. Hell no, I don't want to see nobody from Marvel in DC anymore. I'm done with that shit. I don't want to see nobody. And I want to see new talent. There's so much talent out there. Just surprises. Maybe the dude that's playing He-Man in the new movie, he looks like he has potential. That guy looks like he has potential. But again, we're gonna see how that movie's gonna be. So hopefully it doesn't let us down. But I think it's gonna be good. Let's see. Once again, restore the freaking Bavers. Yes, sir, my friend. Hell yeah. The Bavers all day. I like G1. I love G2. But yo, you really want to make me happy? Yo, give me more Bavers. I'm telling you straight up. That's my guilty pleasure right there. No way David Ellison keeps James Gunn. Yeah, nah, not whatsoever and stuff. Dave Bautista would be perfect as the mutant leader. Yeah, that would be good. You saw 2007 Transformers and Revenge of the Fallen. Let me see. Uh, they were good. Plan on finishing. You say restore it. Yeah, good movies. I'm telling you. Zach casted a lot of unknown actors and gave them a start in Hollywood. Yeah, exactly, my friend. That's true. I like how Alien Romulus used new actors. Yeah, exactly. You see, new talent is always good. Who will win, Rhino versus Polar Bear? I think Rhino. Funny how the Batmobile in my dreams looks like the Mad Max inspired Justice League Batmobile, but yeah, nice man. But I'm telling you, Zack Snyder's Justice League Batmobile is where it's at. But yeah, man. But with that being said, my friends, I'm about to get going. I want to thank y'all. And let's see what tomorrow gets announced, because tomorrow is going to be a big day. I'm getting chills just telling y'all that. But tomorrow, we will stop at nothing. Tomorrow, let's use the old ways. You already know it, like Darkseid said. Ready the Armada. Till next time, my friends. Peace out.